In this video, let's talk about the serious problem that could become the cause of our extinction, not just for us humans, but for all life on planet Earth, and the name of that problem is deforestation. It is a purposeful clearing, cutting, or destroying forest to make a space for something else like a farm, livestock, ranches, or just cutting the forest for its resources like timber, which is highly used as construction material or as a fuel. So now you know what deforestation is. You are probably wondering why it is dangerous. Well, like all the carbon-based life forms, we also need oxygen to breathe. Only 4 minutes of lack of oxygen can have permanent brain damage, and death can occur as soon as 4 to 6 minutes later. A single mature healthy tree can produce as much oxygen in one season as 10 people can inhale it in a year, but a point to be noted is that 70% of oxygen is produced by marine-based plants and only 28% of oxygen is produced by forests. So yes, if you cut all the forest from the world, you could still breathe fine, but they just don't produce oxygen. They also absorb carbon dioxide. A single mature tree can absorb 48 pounds or 21 kilograms of carbon dioxide in a single year. Forests are continuously cleaning the environment that we are trying too hard to destroy, and they are doing it all for free. When we think about the forest, the first thing that comes into our mind are animals. 31% of the world is currently covered with forests. Here is a fun fact: we cut 15 billion trees per year. Let's talk about the well-known forest, the Amazon rainforest, which only occupies 2% of the world but houses nearly 50% of all plants and animal species. This shows us that by destroying forests, we are not just punching ourselves on the face and on the crotch, because our foolishness will cause an extinction crisis for the future generation. But we are also responsible for destroying the complex ecosystem and homes of many animal species that cause them to migrate, which disturbs the food chain, and many species won't be able to adapt to that change, which causes their extinction. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, 665 species have been completely extinct or extinct from the forest. Here are some animal species that have been extinct due to deforestation: Formosan clouded leopard, paradise parrot, Hawaiian crow, pygmy raccoon, cameo, Sumatran orangutan, and many more, and there are more, folks. Trees and forests are very important to fight climate change. CO2 amplifies the greenhouse effect in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, acts like a blanket for Earth and traps the heat from escaping into space. This phenomenon is called global warming. Here is an interesting fact that will help you to understand how dire the situation is. Despite the global pandemic which shut down the whole world and forces us to be trapped in our homes, the average global amount of CO2 hit a new high record in 2020. Even when the whole world is shut down, the CO2 emission rate is still skyrocketing, which is extremely serious. When the whole world is closed and we are still not able to control global warming, what chance do we have when the world is back on its schedule? Many scientists say we are too far gone to control global warming. Can you guess how much CO2 forest can absorb per year? They absorb 1/3 CO2 of the burning fossil. And it is 2.6 billion tons of CO2. You probably think forests also produce carbon dioxide. Yeah, you are right, but they absorb twice the amount of carbon dioxide they produce, so they are still helpful in the fight against global warming. It is a fight which we are already losing. And the result of that failure is clearly in front of us as extreme weather and droughts. And here is one more fun fact about trees. They produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. But their duty doesn't end here. They also control the level of water in the atmosphere by regulating the water cycle. The deforested area has a drier soil, which makes that area unable to grow crops. Deforestation is also a reason why solid erosion and coastal flooding is increasing around the world, which means soon the Earth will start looking like a planet Mars, dead and dry. Okay, so I hope you probably understand why deforestation is dangerous for us and for planet Earth. But what is the solution? First, we need to educate others about deforestation and its impact on everything. Many countries have policies to preserve forests, but some find a way to work around them for their gains. So, we need to pressure our governments to improve their policies against deforestation. and many countries are also planting trees. But as an individual, everybody should plant trees, or donate to the organization who will plant trees for you, or make efforts to preserve forests and wildlife. But responsibility is also on our shoulders too. We all should eat less meat, avoid single-use packaging, and choose recycled or responsibly produced wood products. We are already standing in a horrible position in the fight against global warming. Through continuous deforestation, we are ensuring that the future generation has no clean air to breathe, and the only planet we know that can sustain life will become dead like the rest of the universe because of the life that it once hosted. So, try your best to stand against deforestation. That's all, folks. If you like this video, then please consider subscribing to my channel and like this video. Also, watch other informative videos on my channel. You might like them too. Bye.